Hey guys, this is Ponce here to talk to you guys about the ranked reset and placements and all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting a lot of questions about this season specifically. I know it's been a while since the new season started, and people have probably done their placements and stuff like that. But yeah, again, a lot of questions about why did I start here? This was my tier last season, etc., etc. So I don't know if there's an influx of new people or Riot just didn't do a good of a job of explaining what ranked resets are. Maybe that's the case. They kind of assumed everyone knows. I don't know. But yeah, I'm here to talk about that a bit and sort of some of the edge cases and sort of the weirdness with the system. So yeah, starting off. The main thing I'm seeing is, well, I mean, people are going to ask me things, usually be complaints, but I'm getting a lot of things, people talking about how basically they're saying they finished the gold somewhere last season, and, now they're silver or something. The first point that, the most basic point that we need to go over is the fact that the whole point of the rank reset is you're going to go down generally. There are cases where some people go up. I think the lower you are, the more likely you are to go up, but generally it tries to lower kind of everyone. That's why it's a reset. It's not a hard reset, but it's called a soft reset, where everyone just kind of generally goes down a bit. Now, this has been tweaked every season, as far as I can tell, especially this season it has been, definitely, in terms of how far up and down you go and how much placements, matter and all that kind of stuff. But the one pattern I'm noticing, especially, is the people who seem to be sort of curious or complaining the most, is the people who seem to finish around like a lower, like the bottom of was it called tiers of division? I don't know. Basically, like finishing either like gold 5 or gold 7 or whatever at the end of a season. Sometimes even like gold 4, yeah, sort of the lower end of each medal, as it were. So let's just kind of graphically display things here. Let's go with this thing here. So let's say at the end of or say at some point in the season, Mr. Job Schlub hit gold 5. So he made it all the way up there. I don't know where he climbed from. Maybe he came from toilet 7 down here or whatever. But so he's gold 5, and then at a certain point, just because you finished gold doesn't mean you stay at this MMR ranking. The important thing about this system is not the actual tier or like this kind of shiny medal they stick beside your name. It's actually your hidden MMR, which dictates where you are in this whole system here. So this guy just kind of kept losing a lot and a lot. And to actually drop back down to silver from gold 5, you have to lose a lot. I'm not even sure if they might have changed the system where you can't anymore. I don't actually remember how lower those work. They did something with gold and silver, but this is this season anyway. It doesn't really matter. So I mean, like Joe Schlub here, we're talking about, he lost a lot, but not enough to actually drop down so far that they drop him back into silver, because that takes Herculean effort. Typically it's reserved for elo boosting, stuff like that, and then people dropping back down. So his actual MMR by the end of the season dropped all the way back here, but it's still registering him as gold. So he's actually somewhere in mid silver. And then on top of that, there was the ranked reset. So this is supposed to drop you further down even. So I'm not actually sure, again, how it functions at lower elos. I know for a fact if you're like platinum and diamond and stuff like that, it will drop you down considerably. I think at gold it still does drop you. Silver probably as well. But it sort of truncates your elo down, or hidden MMR rating down further. So this guy actually ended the season right here. It's probably somewhere, looks like in about silver 4 or something like that. And these are just like pure examples. These aren't actual hard numbers. But I'm showing you just generally how the hidden MMR functions. So at the end of the season, this guy was this, and he ends up going, let's say he does fairly well in the placements. He still ends up going I don't know, 7 and 3 or whatever. So it's going to drop him or increase him a bit, but not an incredible amount. So he just kind of goes back all the way up to silver 3, and this guy is suddenly like, well, what the hell, I was gold 5 last season and I won most of my placements. Why am I silver 3? Well, I just showed you guys why. Again, not mathematically exact, but this is the reason here, and that's why he's season 4. So hopefully that's been somewhat informative to people, I guess, who didn't know how the system worked. Again, it feels like I was looking over some of the things Riot was saying about the season, this season, and it didn't really seem like it explained how. I suppose that maybe they felt soft reset was self-explanatory, or maybe they didn't even use that term. I don't know, but whatever the case, there seemed to be a lot of confusion about it, so I thought I'd clear that up a bit. This actually gets all the way back to when they changed the system to these tier things. I've never actually liked this system at all. I complained about it. Well, I didn't really complain. It was like, I don't mind it, but this seems kind of silly to me, this whole badge system. Like, I know why they do it. It's kind of a feel-good, you hit your gold 5 or whatever, and you stay there forever, and you're not going to lose it. And it's a very clear indication, or not even a clear indication. It's not a clear indication. It's it's this shiny thing that they stick to your name, and you're not going to complain when you drop down very specific amount of elo. The old elo system was a lot more clear. For example, I don't know, in season 2 or whatever it was, I knew exactly what my elo was. I was 2000 whatever, and if you go back further, they didn't even have it wasn't even color coded. I don't think there wasn't silvers or golds and stuff like that. You just had elo. And I don't really care about these badges, so I kind of like to know specifically where I was, and you wouldn't have confusion like this. People thinking, well, why did I finish here? Why did I end here? Why am I losing so many points? Why am I gaining so many points? Sort of the problems inherent in that system. I'll show you guys another example here. Let me just. For example, I'm a weird case in that the system especially doesn't do a good job of being very clear with people who don't play ranked very much. For those of you familiar with what I do, I just don't have time to play. Well, I guess I could, but it's a combination of being on the PB a lot, and I want to kind of interact with the people on stream and stuff like that. So I really just don't play a lot of ranked. I could, but I would have to just kind of sit there and either do it off stream or not talk and interact with you guys over here in chat or whatever as much on stream. And I'd rather not do that. It seems kind of pointless. Like, why bother streaming? So we'll just actually edit the numbers. Oh, and I'll just explain this as a story. You guys don't need a visual representation. But the last season, for example, I had 50 ranked games, I think, at most, something like that. This is not a hell of a lot. And I ended up in what the hell was it? I think it was Platinum 3, yeah. And then I hit with Platinum 3, just didn't play. And as a result, I have it's a close to 70% win ratio because I played only Jarvan when I was playing ranked. And so, of course, when you check the people you're playing against, you can get a rough idea of what your actual hidden MMR is. The title of Platinum 3 doesn't actually mean anything in terms of who you're getting placed against. It's, again, the hidden MMR. And according to hidden MMR and roughly gauging who I'm playing against, my hidden MMR was actually probably around Platinum 1 or 2. Probably not Diamond 5 yet. If I'd played maybe 10 more games or so, it might have gone there. But in any case, that's where it was sitting at the time. So it registers me as Platinum 3. So this is the inverse direction. My finishing MMR, yeah, Platinum 1 or 2. So when I go into... I still haven't done my placements this season, by the way. As you can tell, I don't play again. I don't play much ranked. So when I do my placements, I'm actually kind of boosted up higher than where I look, but I probably suffer more from the hidden MMR or the MMR truncation that happens as a result of the season reset. So if I manage to go 5 and 5, I'll probably finish really low platinum would be my guess. So again, if you understand exactly where you're supposed to be, or you're good at estimating where you're supposed to be because you understand the system, you typically will have a better idea of where you're going to end up as a result of placements and stuff like that. So it's sort of a knowledge is power sort of thing, I suppose. But again, since most people, I imagine, haven't been around as long as I have and don't have a frame of reference for the old ELO system, it's going to be difficult to gauge exactly where you're going to end up as a result of placements and stuff like that. And that's probably where a lot of the frustration and the questions I'm getting are coming from. It's just people don't know the underlying mechanics behind essentially these stickers called Silver 5, Gold 5 that they just stick on your name, which are entirely irrelevant. So yeah, anyway, I'm off to stream for a bit, guys. Thanks for watching. Going to stream some League of Legends immediately after uploading this video. Twitch.tv/Ponce, of course. Probably won't be the longest stream because there's Street Fighter 5 coming out tonight. I most likely won't stream that because I'm just going to be in the training room. I'm really looking forward to playing that game, though. So anyway, that's completely irrelevant to the whole sort of ranked stuff I've been talking about here. But yeah, see you guys around. Once again, thanks for watching. Goodbye.